Your goal is to love the craft of design and the doing of it. My task is easy, right? You've asked me to explain how to land your dream job, and it really is just 3 easy steps. Step 1 is find a thing that you love to do. Step 2 is learn to do that thing really well. And then step 3 is find a way to get paid to do that thing. I think everybody understands what a childhood dream is, right? And as you grow older, your childhood dreams evolve, right? And through high school, I wanted to become a car designer. And so to set that ambition for where to go is what led me down the path that I went down. When I got to my dream job, something had to change, right? Or something had to give. And that evolution of what is next is sort of tapping back into that childhood dream at the core, right? Of, well, I want to change the world. And how am I going to do that? I'm kind of lucky, I think, in the sense that I've had my dream job 3 times now within a career of 25 years at Ford. It's because I've been open to change and malleable with, that sort of dream state of what the dream job is. So I tell students nowadays, the concept of your dream job is changing right now, and you better be malleable and adaptive to it. Things that I look for when I look at any portfolio or any student's work, it's creativity, craft, and communication. If it's a design position, you got to be creative, right? That's sort of the going in position. Craft is interesting because it's changing, right? The idea that you can have every idea almost, and you can make that idea into something, right? With yourself or with the assistance of another tool. Communication, right, is, are you there? Are you able to defend your work in person? If not, does your work speak for itself? Right? This idea of being open to change, I think, is the absolute superpower these days. I wish there would be more emphasis on falling in love with the process, right? The doing of design. That, like that core childhood, you can change the world. You fall back on that and you're in much better shape no matter what happens.
I think in the past you had to be probably an industrial designer, maybe a graphic artist, that sort of thing. You had to have the education and then, share a portfolio through a job site. We're finding people through Instagram, right? People are posting cool projects and we're following them, and then a job opens and we're like, I think I should reach out to that person. There's just so many more ways to communicate with people that I think there's opportunity. And you just watch that video around pencil. That's totally non-traditional, right? They don't have, most of those students didn't have traditional backgrounds, but once they're given the opportunity, they've been, become amazing designers with us. So I think just so many different avenues where you can find people. And then there's so many ways to learn tools now, right? This whole 2 days is about sharing information. So there's so many opportunities for designers to learn new tools and become more well-rounded. So lots of opportunity out there. Everybody's past is kind of out in the open, right? So people that you cross, people that you've worked with, people you've gone to school with, are going to vouch for you. And if you show them respect and, throughout that, everybody checks, you worked at whatever brand, do you know this person? And either they have something good or something bad to say. So just think about that as you go through your journey, that if you stay within footwear, it's a small industry, right? We all know people at all these other brands. So you build a reputation as you grow. When you're younger, there's less to go on, but just think about that. The people that you come in contact someday could be vouching for you.
Yeah, I think any chance like a pencil where you get to know somebody over a longer stretch of time, you can really tease out like what they're capable of, how they'll fit into the team. But I think also, once you can also gauge how much you're able to sort of self-direct, versus a lot of times when we get portfolios, you don't always know how much of this is the person themselves or how much did they have a great mentor that helped them get to a certain place. So yeah, those internships, if you're a hiring manager like we are, those opportunities to get to work with somebody over 3, 6, 9, 12, whatever long it is, are so invaluable because we can tell it's really you. We can tell, what you're about and not just a slick portfolio.
I think when I think of like looking at portfolios, like problem solving, right? If you can look at somebody's portfolio and see how they solve the problem, that's a big thing. Sketching, right? Hand sketching is still a big deal, right? Not everybody can sketch. Everybody can seem to use Viscom these days, but sketching is still a skill. And then I'm looking at 3D skills. So Brad and I have discussed this, but I am a big fan and push 3D big time. So I'm looking for that skill in somebody's portfolio because it's hard to learn. And so if we can find people who have the skill, that's one step closer to seeing designs in 3D.